Note to self, I really should shop there more often. So yes, a really lovely blazer, very classic, so it'll cover your bum. I loved it so much, I've just bought exactly the same one again. Hi, I'm Jess, welcome to our channel. So this edition, we're testing blazers, that perfect combination of masculine styles that always seem to manage to look elegant, yet on trend as well. I'm a huge fan of blazers, to be honest with you. I'd say they're absolutely part of my capsule wardrobe. They add a boyish element to a pretty dress, and then they give you a sophisticated edge with a pair of jeans. Before we move on and show you all those beautiful blazers, I just wanted to mention we're going to film a Q&A video as one of our editions. We've been asked a few times to film one and weren't really sure if we had enough subscribers to ask us enough questions. So let us know in the comments section below anything within reason, anything you want to ask. Fashion, lifestyle, whether we go to the gym, and we will film that episode coming up in the next few weeks. Back to blazers, let's get cracking. First up, it's this gorgeous cream version I found from MASSIMO DUTTI. They're a really beautiful high-end high street store and I really like it. Note to self, I really should shop there more often because I actually love their collections every time I've popped on their website. So the first thing I loved about this blazer was the quality of the fabric. It's made from a blend of viscose and you absolutely feel the difference in the fabric. It almost feels like a satin actually. With the details, it's very simple, which makes it very elegant. And with the stitching details on the blazer, you can tell it's a higher quality. Very simple buttons in keeping with the tone of the jacket. The fit, I'd say, is absolutely true to size. It fits perfectly. Cream is one of those colours that is quite hard to get right. You don't want it too peachy cream, you want it a really subtle cream. I think it really suits most people's skin tones. I would pretty much style this blazer how I'm wearing it, so a simple white top and a pair of boyfriend jeans, both of which I got from Mango from the new season actually. Maybe a pair of brogues on my feet would look quite nice and a nice contrast. Perhaps patent would look really lovely. So if you're going to work or you're going for a nice lunch, I think this is more chic end of the scale in terms of the blazer. Next up, I found this beautiful long line blazer on All Saints. Now it's a gorgeous soft pink tone and the fabric again is beautiful. Compared to the Massimo DUTTI one, this one feels more cotton-like, but it's got a lovely texture to the fabric and it feels like it really drapes in all the right places. It's got a lovely soft feel to it. Now it does come in black as well, but I went for the soft pink because I've already got black in my wardrobe, and two, I thought it was a lovely shade of pink. I actually bought it a size smaller than I am simply because I bought it on Selfridges website and they only had an 8 available. In truth, I'd probably say I should have gone to All Saints website and bought it in a 10 because it's a little bit tight on my arms here. I can just about get my finger through it, but for a really comfortable fit, I would say go true to size. You've got a matching lining in the soft pink. The seams are all beautifully done, so it looks like it's been really nicely made. It was higher end of the high street, so I think it was £128. The length is coming down sort of to the mid of my thigh, which is perfect, so it'll cover your bum if that's a part of you that you don't like. And a nice option to some of the cropped ones that I've got in my wardrobe. I do like having a couple of long line ones so I can mix and match. I like putting this blazer over the top of white particularly. I think that looks really fresh and summery and very clean kind of look. But I've also been wearing it on top of a few of my maxi dresses that have got just little elements of pink in as well. Possibly if I was wearing a maxi dress, I would add a belt over the top just to cinch it in a bit more over the waist. I've worn it obviously today a bit more dressed down. I'd put a pair of trainers on with it. It just feels really summery and fresh. The fabric feels flowing. I think it's a really beautiful one from All Saints. Next up, I've gone a bit more into workwear kind of environment, but for that classic, very tailored pinstripe blazer, Marks & Spencer's are perfect. It's a lovely tone of blue. The pinstripe is really subtle. The fit is true to size and perfect, to be honest with you. It cinches in really nicely around the waist with those pockets there, as well as a bit of a detail. Essentially, for £29.50, so under £30, it's a really good buy. It's one of those blazers that you could instantly just throw on top of whatever it is you're wearing and suddenly look a lot smarter than maybe what you're wearing underneath. It's a great idea in terms of capsule wardrobe to have a really nice deep navy pinstripe blazer in your wardrobe. You know you're going to have it for years. You know it's never going to go out of fashion, and you can always mix and match it with so many different outfits. Although it's hugely classic, you can dress it down, and then I think it looks really, really nice, particularly in summer. Lovely long sleeves, again, lots of nice button details over the cuff. I think they have got a complete suit that you could buy, but personally I prefer to mix and match a little bit more. So yes, a really lovely blazer, very classic, perfect for work, probably would have it in my wardrobe for years. Couldn't do a testing blazer edition and not pop by TOPSHOP and see what they've got. But I went with this one because I love the different texture. So obviously I've got lots of viscose, I've got cottons, I've got velvets in my wardrobe. Randomly, I didn't have any linen or linen blends. I actually prefer a linen blend than buying 100% linen. I love the look of linen. It's really breathable through summer. But 100% linen is one, a nightmare to iron, and two, just looks like a very creased rag by the end of the day. So it's a single-breasted blazer. We've got shoulder pads again, which I like. I think that just gives it a bit more of a sharper edge to the shoulders. And you've got that long line look, which I really, really like. It's really easy to dress it up, but equally it looks very relaxed for daytime to dress it down. Nice pinstripe lining, which I think is a nice touch. It probably is polyester, but it doesn't really bother me because I love the texture of the jacket. I think the fit is very true to size, and I just think it's a really easy blazer to throw on top of whatever you're wearing throughout summer. I think it looks a lot more expensive than it actually was. Being on Topshop's website, I think it was under £50, wasn't it, Charlotte? £49. Even better. So for under £50, I would say this is a really great quality blazer that will definitely see you through the spring summer season. So last but not least is my gorgeous black blazer from Zara. Now this is actually the second one I've bought of this particular blazer, simply because I'd worn the other one to death and I loved it so much, I've just bought exactly the same one again. It's one of those blazers that has seen me through so many different outfits, so many different ways to style it. I really, really love it. You really don't need to spend an awful lot on a black blazer because there are so many across the high street. We'll put a few of our favourites in the description below, but Zara's always really, really good for blazers. I love this one, hence why I've bought it twice now. I think it's one of the easiest items in my capsule wardrobe to smarten and elevate any outfit that I'm wearing. So this one has got the faux leather trim around the lapel, which is quite a nice little trim of detail. Simple covered buttons. Again, there's a lovely texture to the fabric. Fit, I'd say, is perfect. Zara blouses and jackets always seem true to size. It's the trousers that I often have an issue with, they're too long. A lovely shape to it, nips in nicely at the waist, not quite as much as the Marks & Spencer's pinstripe one, but certainly enough to feel like you're cinching in a little bit on the waist. Nice pockets there, which I don't think I've ever used actually, haven't even pulled them through. And lining inside is just a simple black polyester. So for that kind of price, you're not going to get silk lining, but polyester on the lining is fine for me. For that kind of price, I can't complain. So I would style this in the evening with a lovely black camisole, maybe some nice black trousers, some high heels. I'd wear it over the top of dresses just for a bit of extra warmth. So yeah, another great piece from Zara. They certainly come into their own when it comes to the blazers and the coats. So if you're looking for a really nice blazer, I would always have a look on their website too. So hopefully we've given you a bit of inspiration about where to find some gorgeous blazers this season. Think about longevity, texture, and of course fit. I don't mind spending a little bit more on finding the perfect blazer because I know I'm going to have it in my wardrobe for years. This edition is actually part of our testing series. You'll see in our playlist below that we've done testing handbags, testing mom jeans. we'd like to know what you would like us to test next. We were thinking about maxi dresses, so do let us know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. Don't forget to also leave us your questions that you'd like to ask either me or Charlotte for that edition of Q&A that we're going to film. Thank you again for watching. We'll see you next time.